疲れ様です。おはようございます。それでは次のタイトル移ってまいりましょう。ちょっと待ってください。読みがわかんない。次のタイトルは、ディスオナードか。ディスオナードです。はい、こちらのタイトルは、解説の方が、現在いらっしゃいませんので、もし解説できますよという方がいましたら、応募していただけると嬉しいです。また、ここで喋るのはちょっとなという方も、いろいろいるかと思いますので、そういう方も、チャットでいろいろお話ししていただけると大変助かりますので、よろしくお願いいたします。読みがわかんねえとかって言ってるから、もうそういうことなんですけど、私はこのタイトルの方を、存じておりませんので、よろしくお願いします。はい。
Welcome back. Let's have a quick word from Gearbox.
Not that long ago, this city looked hella different. My crew and I are taking the systems down, and the city's back. It's time to finish this masterpiece. It's not your city, damn it. Rakugaki. Available now.
Boomrog T. Burn sends in $50 and says, much like the animals, we should also save the crew. Here's to Shepard getting through Mass Effect 2 with all of their pals. Thank you for your donation. That is referring to No One Left Behind for Mass Effect 2. We are at 9,564 out of 30,000. 31% in the way.
7時半頃、
So let's get that met so we can
日
save
本時
that
間
whole crew.
となっておりま
And
す。
our next one is already ready, chat. Audience, let's go ahead and go to Dishonored, Glitchless with fun.
タイトルが始まるまでに時間が
Hey,
あるかと思ったが、
today we'll be gaming in Dishonored.
画面が来ましたので、
I will have a co-commentator on this
ゲームの方見ていきたいと思います。
Hello, it's me, Lervin. I'm right off screen. I swear.
right there. So we'll keep the intro short and explain all the stuff along the way. Lauren will do most of the talking, and I will chime in and say some funny stuff. So the timer starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so this is Dishonored. Right away, we do the classic.
Hey,
This happens every
始ま
time
り
in
ましたね。
Marathon. You're trying to jump over this guy's head, and sometimes you can't.
GL で
If
す。
those guys are blocking you, it happens every time. So in the intro section here, Falk is going to start by running up to our mission, which is talking to the Empress. He's going to have to interact with some characters on the way. In this run, we will not have a lot of time for story. This is for several reasons that I'll get back to you in a second about. Now he is starting a cutscene. After this, he will have a fight tutorial. And in this fight tutorial, he will line himself up and be ready to fight the assassins that will spawn and kill the Empress. Spoiler alert. So he'll be ready to fight those guys and do some shots on them right away, so they will not be able to fight him back. What you might already have noticed about this run that Falk is doing is that it's using the new Dishonored speed up component, which is a part of Live Split, and it allows us to speed up cutscenes. This game has a lot of cutscenes, casually and as a speedrun. In the speedrun, you have about 2/3 of the game is actually cutscenes if you don't use the component. So it has been made by Dr. T-Shots for us, and it speeds up both the game and the timer. So times are comparable to not using the speed up component. It's a godsend. It's so good for us. Now Mufak has started the fight tutorial, and now he's done with the fight tutorial. And as you can see, this cutscene is going by really fast, so you will not lose out on a lot of story here. So you'll be able to play this game casually after watching this speedrun, even if you haven't played it before, because you will not know what is going on most of the time.
So don't be surprised about the fact that
なん
my
か
PB
タイトルが表示された。
on is
女王暗殺の汚名を着せられた主人公が王女救出と復讐のため、あれやこれやしていろいろ暗殺していくストーリーとのことです。今のはオープニング的な感じ。
One of the most random parts of the run, because you don't yet have your magical abilities, and so the guards around here can be really annoying. But he's gonna try here to get on top of this lamp and jump. First try, that's really good. So in this section, you are just trying to get to a bomb that is in a safe in the room that Falk is entering now, and use that bomb to escape the prison's main exit. He gets the bomb, and now you can... We'll see how it goes, but these guards can be a little bit random.
Yeah.
That guy played nice.
There it goes. There it goes.
Yeah, that guy did not play nice.
Preferably we would not game end those people, but
Yeah, sometimes you have to take them out, sometimes you don't. It's second here and there. Can be annoying when you're trying to PB, but hey, this is a marathon. We take that. So he's gonna place the bomb now on this door, and then he's gonna have a little bit of time before it explodes. So he's just gonna go over here, eat some canned food, and pick up a health potion.
my favorite.
Then he's gonna try to get on top of this bridge. That is great. That skips some swimming. Swimming is slow in this game, so he could just run across the bridge instead. Really nice. Definitely not a glitch, by the way, to go up there. That's definitely intended. We are on the easiest difficulty for the speedrun, and that's why he's able to tank the explosion like that and just run out and get onto the bridge. Now we are in the sewers, and in the sewers, this is kind of the stealth tutorial. You have like a lot of guards that can spot you and stuff, but you can't really interact with. And it's just a bit of running to get to where he wants to go. He's gonna have to pick up some supplies later on. You can see the hidden supplies objective right there.
Almost
Missed a cool little strat. Missed a dolphin dive, but doesn't really say much.
That was a bad basketball.
Now he has to interact with the dead body. Ooh. Make sure you wash your hands after leaving the sewers, Corvo G's.
There's so much water around here.
Yeah, just watch it in the stream, honestly.
Yeah,
So right here, you're supposed to have to deal with these rats that you can see on the right, but if you just stand on those rocks, the rats can't really hit you. Then it's time for a long chain here, and at the top, he will get access to his tools. And the tools are like a crossbow. It has a much cooler sword than the one he has now. And this is just like the bread and butter of the game if you've played it casually. Will not be used that much in the speedrun. Do you kill anyone with the sword after this point? I don't even think so. Anyway,
I don't
so
think
now
so.
he has the crossbow. He just did a glitch right away. Well, it's not a glitch. It's not a glitch. I swear, it's an exploit. No. This is glitchless. It's not a glitch. It's he did a trick called swordless, where you can put away your sword and then still have your equipment out. And since your sword is away, you run 10% faster than if your sword was out. but you can still use your crossbow in this instance or your teleport ability later on while still having the running speed boost,
They said you'd come out here.
which is a really nice little trick.
Believe it. I'll take
And the reason why it's allowed in Glitchless, even though it's like kind of on the verge of being a glitch, is that it's really easy to do by accident. It's a glitch that was just found right away when this game came out, because it's just you do it all the time by accident if you're just bringing your stuff out constantly and trying to put your sword away.
Also,
we
like,
don't
come on,
want-
you can pick one thing and then put it away and have a second thing in your hand. You don't call it a glitch in real life.
Yeah. Probably improves your aim with the crossbow anyway.
Yeah.
the arrows as much an artist.
So now we're in the Hound Pits pub. This is the hub area of the game. We'll return here between missions, do some small little objectives, and then move on. This is probably the biggest section of the Hound Pits. Is this time is here right now, because he's
だいぶ物を取るのに
done talking to PR.
頑張ってジャンプとかしないと無理そうな感じでしたけど、まあ取れるのか。
He'll get a little bit of a. It'll be a long dream here before
What
he
a
wakes
long
up.
dream. It'll be a weird one.
Sleep well.
Yeah, one of the weirder dreams I've ever seen, honestly. So he's going to sleep right now. And when he wakes up, he's in Corvo's bedroom, which maybe looks normal for now, but then you exit the door and you see that everything is different. So he's about to
That's
get
not normal.
his teleport ability Blink, which
My
is
outsider mark.
yeah, your mark with the outsider on your hand. That is, it's really nice. I like that you did this change to it visually.
You'll see it better in the future in a minute.
But yes, this teleport ability Blink is like the
Oh.
bread and butter of Dishonored speedrunning. It's such a nice ability. It's what makes this game like have its identity as a speedrun. It's requires the use of mana every time you use it. So you see him pick up these blue vials along the way, basically throughout the entire game. And those vials will refill his mana, and he has to route his mana very tightly in order to get as much out of his Blink ability as possible throughout the entire game. So that's a big part when routing categories for this game.
Here's the mark, by the way. You can clearly see it. Clearly intended. And outsider is pretty bad on photoshopping, so don't blame him.
Yeah, it's beautiful. What he picked up there, by the way, is the pre-order DLCs. Those are allowed in all the major speedrunning categories for this, just because they make the game more fun. Because it allows you to get a lot of money at the start here and buy everything you need, which means you don't have to spend a lot of time later on buying potions once you have a bit of money. And it just speeds up the game in general in ways that are cool and interesting, so we just allow them.
瞬間移動。ああ、なるほど。
Right now, I think we have time
白い光の出てる、
Same
出てる
wavelength.
出した
I have $25
ところ
for
に
full X-ray.
飛べま
Dishonored
す
is
っていう
my
やつ
favorite
です
game.
ね。か
Seeing
に
its speedrun is awesome.
元気
Thank
そ
you
う
so
に
much for
で
your
すね。
donation. Nikon donates $50. So hyped for Dishonored. Good luck, Fok. Thank you so much. And I have $10 from MK. I missed the Katamari run earlier, but I'm excited to watch the VOD on YouTube. Just got home in time to catch this Dishonored run, and I'm amped. Let's get that Mass Effect unlock. We are now at 9,900 out of 30,000 for that Mass Effect unlock. Go ahead and get those donations in and select your incentives.
Mass Effect is awesome. That'll be really cool. Keep on donating for that. So right now, Fok just freed a guy, and now he's pulling a lever. Freeing the guy is just part of the story. You have to do that. But the lever he pulled after freeing Martin is actually something that opens the door right here. It will open this like a minute and a half faster than if you don't pull that lever. We think it's like a dev thing where they left it in, maybe accidentally, maybe not. But it just allows us to be a lot faster here. It's definitely not a glitch to pull that lever. It's inbounds. Don't think about it too much, please. Don't worry about it. And,
My potions have a less hitbox, so it's hard to pick up for some reason sometimes.
Potions in this game are kind of jank to pick up when you have a lot of speed going past them. Anyway, that entire mission was just killing one person, picking up their journal, and then you leave.
Maybe it's not my place to say.
So coming up now, we have a little bit of time for donations in a second, but in this section, he's going to take out 2 weepers or zombies in a sewer, and that's basically all he's going to do at the Hound Pit's pub. So we have time for some donations now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Disparate Dawn donates $300. There is no comment, but thank you so much for that donation. I have Kiwi with $10. More GDQ. More. We're on it. We've got you. Thank you so much. $250 from OMG King Dano. My wife Katie and I love watching GDQ. Thank you for the years of content and entertainment. Thank you for the years of watching. That means a lot. And we are at 9,909 out of 9,90946. Oh, that's a lot of nines. Out of $30,000 for that incentive, 33%, and $356,043 raised total so far. Thank you so much, everyone.
It's a lot of money.
The Fok is now coming up on those zombies I talked about earlier. He's taking out one of them, then he's going to pick up some runes. Runes are used to upgrade abilities. He's been picking some up already, you might have noticed. Then he's taking out the other one. This is to prevent a soft block that I'm not really going to get into now. And then he just has to leave, talk to some guys, and then get back onto the boat. This game, like at marathons, used to be so chill and you had all the time in the world to explain stuff, but now we're just speeding through it. The speed up component makes it so much more fun to play this game. But it does mean we kind of have to gloss over some things here and there.
It skips like a third of the game. Like the third of the game is cutscene, so it's very nice quality of life, I think.
Huge shout-outs to Dr. T Chops for creating that for us. He just came out of nowhere with it, just started developing it, and had it done in like 2 months. It's amazing. But this mission right here, the Hound Pit's Pub, is a mission where there are 2 targets, and it's random where they are. They have 2 different like locations they can be in. So we will see soon after he now goes up and frees Emily, who is the girl from the intro section. He's going to free her from a room, and then he's going to have to go take out the targets, and we'll see where they are, and he'll have to adapt to that on the fly. This area also has a lot of enemies throughout, and they can get in the way really easily and have a tendency to... This is what's called bad RNG, which honestly looks cooler, so I'm kind of happy we got that one, although it is a little bit slower. So now he has to go down to this basement. That's why it's bad RNG, because it takes longer to go down here than the other configuration. Just goes down there, takes out that guy, has to go back up.
Oops. That'd be that guy.
Yeah. As mentioned, those guys can get in the way really easily here. And sometimes you land on their heads.
Okay.
So in this area, you're kind of on a timer, so that's why we're picking up all these potions on the way. He's now going to get down there and have to push Emily a bit to get back out, which is kind of what ends that timer. Then this piece of movement is really cool for when you leave. You go through some very tight spots to get there, and then it's back to where we started the mission in order to leave for the next one.
When I just started learning the game, that was probably my most annoying place, because it is so
It's very tight.
Yeah, you have to really have a good aim or luck, I don't know.
So you did the...
So here we have what is the longest cutscene in a while. Feel free to do some donations here.
Absolutely. I have $25 from Korami. I had to donate during the Dishonored speedrun since I just got my Mark of the Outsider tattoo just a few days ago. Good luck with the run. Thank you very much. I see Pandemonium donates $10. Mass Effect, my love, less than 3. Also, we hit 10,253 out of 30,000 for the No One Left Behind Mass Effect 2 run. So close. We're getting so much closer. We're at 34%. That's amazing. You all are doing so great. Thank you so much. I have $25 from Cheerful State. Maybe the true Mass Effect is the friends we made along the way. Let's save this perfect squad. Let's do it. Let's save. Kaido Ace donates $150. I was so excited to see Dishonored on the schedule this year. It's one of my favorites. Good luck, Fok. I know you'll finish this run in a blink. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Cheeky joke.
Yeah, that's very cheeky. There are some mandatory jokes that we have to get in regarding Blink.
We have to go over them.
Yeah. So now it's time for Cold Wind's Bridge. In this mission, he's going to definitely also not do a glitch right at the start here and go through a door with a blink ability. When you're blinking, your cutscene gets, your hitbox gets smaller.
Come on.
One step back. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So you can go through that window because your hitbox gets smaller while you're blinking, and so just imagine it's not a glitch because it's just Corvo pulling his legs up right as he teleports, so he can just like get a good grounding when he like lands again.
Yeah, I would totally fit. Oops!
Yeah.
I did not just do this thing.
This is a classic. This area has a lot of climbing, and it's a lot harder to use blink upwards than forwards, because for some reason they cut off your blink distance when kidnap a guy, the guy you saw on the loading screen there, Sokolov. So instead of taking out a target and murdering them, he's instead going to use a sleep dart, which instantly puts him to sleep.
画面が乱れた柱、いかがでしょう今。大丈夫ですかね。
Girders. And then Samuel is just chilling there, waiting for us. So we have time for like 2 donations before we got to start explaining the next mission.
Absolutely. The Thorns donates $25. Dishonored is one of my favorite games and helped me get into GDQ. Thank you so much. And $25 from Squee. As someone who has the mark of the outsider for Dishonored tattooed, I very much need that whale plush. Thank you for your donation.
A lot of people have the mark. A lot of people made it.
Yeah, I also have the mark. Gotta have the
Everyone
mark.
else has, yeah.
So in this level that is coming up right here, it is an infamous level among speedrunners and also just an awesome level casually. We're going to a party and we have to take out one of 3 sisters. Which sister it is and where that sister spawns is random, which means that we have like, I want to say 18 different variations of how this mission can actually go, where 9 are relevant in the speedrun. And Falk has to adapt on the fly to which one he gets. So one of them is just by far the fastest one. And we will see how this goes. I'll do a little bit of play-by-play once we get there, but until then, he's going to get on this boat and have to do some movement to get in there. Another thing he's going to do once he leaves the mansion here is he's going to talk to a character called Lord Shaw. This is not mandatory for beating the game, but it skips dialogue later. So when he talks to Shaw, that is just to save time later on. That's a common question people have here, so I just want to get that out of the way.
Oops.
So, he handy lamp jumped. That is awesome. I love that. Shoutouts to Henny for missing that lamp in 2017. So he's entered the mansion now. And there's a note on the table now that will tell him who his target is. He got the worst target possible and got like second or third try. So this is pretty unlucky, but it means we get to see more of the party, so that's fine. I didn't really touch on why he's using these Spring Razor mines instead of using his sword. It's because when you're using the sword, you usually get a really long animation, which can be skipped by jumping before using the sword, but then you still get the game slowing down to give you like a cinematic view of the kill when you're doing it on a target. And so by just instead using a resource, he can just skip all of that. So here we have time for a couple more donations before the tower mission.
Absolutely. I have $50 from Scootaloo donating for the No One Left Behind incentive because teamwork makes the dream work. Good luck on the run. Thank you so much for that donation. I have $100 from Anonymous. There is no comment, but Anonymous, thank you so much. And also, we are at 10,563 out of 30,000, 35% of meeting that incentive. So thank you, everyone, for all the donations.
It's going up so fast. Holy moly, that's so good. So this is the cutscene where it saves the time from earlier with Lord Shaw, by the way. Take it away, Fox.
No, go for it. What is it? Nothing.
Yeah, so in this intermission, it's like one of the only ones where we have a cutscene that we can't skip with the speed up, and it has some cool movement to it. That section is also really cool in 90%. If you want to see a much more glitch-heavy run, there's so many glitches in 90%. You can go check that out. Just had new discoveries. This game is very much alive still. even though it's now 12 years old.
12.
Jeez.
Yeah, it'll be 12 this year.
This is
Holy
it,
moly.
Corvo. Most important
It's
thing is
October.
another point of interest. When
So
you're ready.
this is the return to the tower. This is the area that Falk was in the intro section. Here we're going to start with a really precise jump.
Oops.
Oops.
Safe. Whoops. Nope.
well-
That. Alright, this one.
Now you have that for later. Created a save there instead of loading one. That happens.
Alright.
So this jump is very precise. It allows you to skip going inside an area or doing another weird routing. So even getting that like second or third try is definitely just worth.
Not a fan of this one.
Yeah, this area is also pretty tight. They want you to do stealth here, so they don't really want you to have all of this. Like going faster is not really great. Like the game doesn't want you to. Anyway, he's now getting to the roof. After going inside, this means that the Lord Regent, our target here, will be on the roof, and he's just gonna line up and throw that grenade.
Oh.
Dang it.
Too low.
This grenade has to not only make it to the Lord Regent, but go over a wall of light, which is like it's like a death barrier that they place in the levels. It's such a cool grenade. So it's very tight where you throw that. It looks like it shouldn't be, but it's so tight. And then he's just going back to Samuel, and then he can leave again.
You ready to go back to the Hound Pits?
So we have time for like 2 donations here before, well, that was the last target of the game in terms of the people we need to take out. So it's definitely over real soon, for sure.
Big changes. Maybe
Moonbeam
it's going
donates
to be
$25.
others than me. I
GDQ
think
Week has been a holiday in my household since we first discovered it when our daughter was first born. Thanks for making those first late nights a party, less than 3. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that we could make it a little bit of a party for you. And we have $50 from Anonymous. There is no comment, but Anonymous, I really appreciate it. And we are at 10,737 out of 30,000 for No One Left Behind, Mass Effect 2.
So
All
yeah,
right.
he just,
I'm feeling sleepy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Corvo is so tired from all the working he's done in the last 20 minutes that he just needs to sleep on the floor. Couldn't even make it to the bed.
That happens.
So
And what
story-wise,
happens
we've just been poisoned. In this section, the game takes away all your equipment, including all your mana potions. So the game is actually routed, like I talked about earlier, regarding mana, so that you don't have any mana potions left at this point, so they don't get taken away. And that means that Falk now, for the rest of the game, will not have any equipment at all, which is really nice, because
no.
you don't actually have to kill anyone for the rest of the game. So that's a short dream sequence. That's the shortest screen of this category. Then they take the supernatural assassin and they put him in a tank with wooden boards covering the tank. What could
Huge
ever go
amount of
wrong?
bricks.
Yeah. What could ever go wrong there? So immediately you see him picking up more mana potions, as talked about earlier. That's very important in this game. Then he does what's called a double blink, where you do 2 blinks in the air by timing your double jump with the first blink really tightly. And then picks up a key to be able to leave this area. And now he has to go fight Dowd. You think it's gonna be a good fight?
I'm gonna so fight him.
Yeah. So this is the Dowd fight. He steals his key and then runs away. I just imagine Corvo snickering while he's like just going in there and being like, "Hi Dowd, bye Dowd." And then yeah, now you can see that that was definitely a fight, because Dowd is now a spared target for sure. Good fight, good fight. Now the next part of this mission is to just get back to the Hound Pits pub through some really large open areas filled with enemies that should be very hard to deal with if you were not just sprinting through them at 100 miles per hour.
That was fast.
That was great. Hawk in general has had like really clean movement for most of this run. This game goes by really fast, and it might be hard to appreciate some of the nuances. We haven't even talked about several of the movement mechanics that he's doing.
There's
But
so
this
much
game-
mechanics that I cannot even start explaining how many hours are here.
But there's leaning, there's vaults, there's so many things that you have to learn to get to a high level. But that also means when you're starting out, this game is very beginner friendly, and then you can just add on more mechanics as you go. This category in particular is very beginner friendly because it's very straightforward in what your targets and objectives are. And you don't have to deal with the more advanced glitches that if you get into this game, you might enjoy later on. So now we are in the Hound Pits pub. This is the only time this is an actual mission. This is the Loyalist mission. The mission here is to get information on where Emily is and call Samuel onto to come get you. So he just pulled a lever there that shoots a flare. Samuel is on his way now. So he now runs into this room, reads a note that tells him where Emily is, so Sam knows where to go. And then he just has to go meet Sam. Right here, there is a trick that is actually intended for once, where Sam will ride his boat past you, and so you'll be too far away from him to be in the cutscene, and that way you can skip some dialogue with Sam. And that's just how they made the game work, and that's intended.
Totally.
To me, at least.
In 90% you would see a completely different thing.
Yeah, you would do so many. You would do an actual glitch in 90%. That's way too far.
I remember hearing the Admiral
So coming up is the last mission of the run. We have time for one more donation.
give my best to Emily.
Absolutely. You got it. I have $25 from Captain Snuggles. Can't wait for Mass Effect. My daughter and I are waiting to enjoy it together. Here's to getting all the crew back safely so they can meet again in Mass Effect 3. The search for more donations. We are at 11,112 out of 30,000. Thank you so much for adding to that.
So after this cutscene right here is the last screen of the game. It has Falk running up to Emily, picking up a key, and then this is like some pretty tight movement. Some guards can get in the way here if you're too slow, so you just have to really book it. And as long as you don't mess up, it shouldn't be an issue. That's great. Good save.
Oh no, I did the same thing as a BB. Well, go.
So here he's running over, picking up a key, and time.
Nicely done.
So real time, whatever it was,
Oh.
like 27 something.
グッドゲーム GG です。
In game time, we'll remove time, right?
あれは
So just to reiterate,
無事
the time is higher.
王女様が救えたってことでいいんですかね。
Outloads because of the speed up component.
Yeah.
Speeding up the cutscenes.
Oh, overall, that's a very cool run. I really like it. This category is somewhat new. It became, I think, only a year and a half ago, compared to established 10%, Apocalypse, and other stuff. Yeah, it's fun. Go play that if you like what you see, and go to Spirit.com. There you can find Discord server, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff you do for other games. Shout out to me, twitch.tv FOKKER4. All the other socials you can find there at onspirit.com, etc., etc. I will leave all those shoutouts to Lauren.
Thank you. Just another shout out to Dr. T Chops as well for creating the speed up component. So awesome. This game is in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, it's very good. That'll be it for us. Keep donating your money to MSF. It's a very good cause, and you do need to support it. It's tough times, and we must be able to help people who got in trouble. And also, your money gives more games adds more games to the schedule. So more fun on Games Done Quick, and do that. And that's it for us.
Thanks for having
Bye.
us.
Welcome to the checkpoint here on Tuesday. I am Kizaron.
And I am Kung Fu Fruit Cup.
はい。
We cannot
というわけ
begin
で
to describe the madness that is about to
ま
start.
た
We're going to talk about the Kirby Air Ride Championship match. And what's that? I think the
すいませんね。英語が本当に全然ね。ディスオナードでした。はい。それでは、次のタイトルの準備に移ってまいりますので、しばらくお待ちください。